everyone. Welcome to your mat. Welcome to your Hatha practice. We're going to begin today's practice seated. So if you'd like to sit up on your bolster, or your pillow, or blanket, feel free to bring that over onto your mat. And if it's comfortable for you, beginning our practice seated in easy pose with the legs crossed. If it's more comfortable to have your legs extended out in front of you, please feel free to sit like that, or any other option that feels good to you. Just ensuring that you can sit up nice and tall. You can allow the spine to lengthen, the crown of the head to reach for the ceiling, and the hands just to rest gently, either on the knees, the thighs, or if we're sitting with legs extended, just down by our sides. Now we're going to close the eyes or softly gaze down toward your mat. And to begin our practice this morning, we're going to take those 3 nice deep breaths, exhaling out through the mouth and making that exhale audible, sighing the breath out, allowing us to really start to anchor and settle onto our mat and into our practice. So when you are ready, on your next inhale, breathing in through the nose, sighing out the exhale through an open mouth. Beautiful. Inhaling to fill the body with breath. Exhale, release. One more time here. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling, let it all go. Sigh it out through the mouth. Continuing with those deep breaths, moving to breathing in and out through the nose. Allow yourself to anchor down beneath the sit bones, to allow the shoulders to soften away from the ears, to relax through the jaw, allow the tongue to be heavy in the mouth. Soften that space between the eyebrows. And taking your next few breaths, quiet the mind and slow the breath. Start to connect with your body. Taking a moment to appreciate and be grateful to your body. Whether today you're tight, tense, or you feel good and at ease, just appreciate your body right now in this moment for what it is. Begin to focus on one specific area of your body or one working system in your body that in this moment you are absolutely thankful for. Thankful for your hands, for everything they are able to create. Thankful for your heart, for giving you the ability to be here, alive in this moment. Thankful for your legs, for taking you so many places and giving you the ability to run and dance. What part of your body are you grateful for? Take a moment and place your hands there. Feel that connection. Everything in your body is connected and purposeful. Nothing is random. Everything belongs. Today in our practice, I want you to focus on this connection with your body. I'm grateful to be able to come to your mat, to move, and to breathe. Taking your hands from that part of the body that you are most grateful for today. We'll bring them back down onto the knees. We'll anchor into the sit bones. We'll lengthen through the spine. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. And on your next exhale, we'll just drop that left ear toward that left shoulder. Gently beginning to stretch along the right side of the neck. Connecting here, noticing how the neck feels this morning. Do we need to change the stretch in any way? Perhaps gliding the chin toward the shoulder. And we can use that audible out breath, that audible exhale to help us release, to help us soften a bit more in each and every posture and stretch this morning. On your next inhale, gently bringing the chin and the head back to center. And on the exhale, we'll drop that right ear toward the right shoulder. Again, making sure those shoulders are still soft, dropping away from the ears, and the spine is nice and tall. Checking in on this side, choosing if we want to change or shift that stretch in any way. Gently bringing the head and the chin back to center on our inhale. When you are ready to exhale next, dropping the chin down toward the chest, stretching through the back of the neck. And choosing here if we want to stay here, holding in stillness, or whether we want to start to add a little bit of movement here. We can gently shift the chin up toward the shoulder, coming back to center on our inhale, And then on your next exhale, sweeping the chin up toward the opposite shoulder. So just that gentle back and forth movement here. Following your breath. Beautiful. Inhaling, coming back to center if you've chosen. That gentle movement. Take one last out breath here. Chest, chin toward chest. On your next inhale, gently lifting the head right back up to center. Beautiful. Exhale here to again anchor down into those sit bones. We're going to start to warm up the shoulders with some arm sweeps here. So on your next in-breath, we're going to sweep the arms all the way up for the ceiling, reaching, lengthening through the side body. Palms will come to touch overhead, and we'll exhale the hands to heart center. Beautiful. Coming right back to that inhale, sweeping those arms all the way up overhead. Palms touch as we exhale to heart center. Beautiful. 2 more breaths, just like that, following your inhale, your exhale. Again, if it helps to sigh that breath out. Eyes can be open or they can stay closed here. Again, we're looking for that connection with the body. As the hands come down to the heart, we're just going to switch direction here. So pressing the palms together on your inhale, we'll reach them back up for the ceiling. This time on our exhale, the arms will float down to the side. So palms facing the mat as the arms float down. Beautiful. Palms will come back together at heart. We'll press them together, lifting them up for the ceiling. Exhaling to allow those arms to float down. Beautiful. Slowly and mindfully here, allowing for that connection. Connection between the palms. Connection through the shoulders as the arms float down to our side. Last breath here as the palms come together. We inhale to lift them up. Exhale to allow them to float down. Beautiful. We'll plant that left hand down into the mat, and on your next inhale, sweep that right arm all the way up and over, coming into our seated side bend. Allowing that right sit bone to stay firmly planted on whatever you may be sitting on. Reaching those right fingertips for the opposite side of the room. And we can allow that front body to roll open. So lifting the heart, lifting the gaze for the ceiling, keeping those shoulders stacked. Beautiful. On your next inhale, we'll reach those right fingertips for the ceiling. On your exhale, that right hand will float down to the mat, planting it into the mat. To inhale, the left arm up and over, coming into our side bend on the left side. Again, taking a couple breaths here, breathing into those spaces between the left ribs, and then starting to roll that front body, open it up, heart and gaze for the ceiling. Shoulders are stacked. That left sit bone firmly planted onto the mat, bolster or blanket. Beautiful. On your inhale, the left arm reaches back up for the ceiling. On your exhale, allow it to float down toward the mat. Hands by our sides. We'll take another big breath in here to lengthen, to lift. On your exhale, we're going to twist to the left. So that right hand is going to come onto that left knee, and the left hand is going to press into the mat behind you. Using that hand behind you to lift the heart, to lengthen the spine. And then connecting here with our neck. We want to keep the head at neutral, or does the neck need a little extra attention today as we start to look over that back shoulder? Continuing to breathe into the bottom of that belly. Sometimes it can be a little more difficult to breathe into the belly when we're twisted, but to take those nice, deep, slow breaths here. On your next inhale, come back to center, fingertips touching the mat on either side of the body. And on your exhale, we're going to twist to the right. So that left hand will come toward the right knee, and the right hand will gently press into the mat behind you to sit up nice and tall. See how our neck feels on this side. Choosing if we would like to look over that back shoulder or keep the head neutral here. On your next inhale, gently coming back to center, we're going to bring the hands in front of us. And on your exhale, we're going to walk them toward the front of your mat, rounding through the spine here, allowing the head to be heavy, coming into a fold here in our easy pose. Breathe into the back body. You can take a gentle sway side to side, or a gentle nod or shake of the head here. Or that option to remain still. Sighing out the exhale. Letting go here in our fold. Beautiful. Taking your exhale to slowly walk the hands back toward the body, bringing ourselves upright. Once we're there, we're going to remove whatever we may be sitting on, putting it off to the side of the mat, and then sweeping our legs and our feet behind us, coming up onto our hands and knees. So you may want to bring a blanket across the mat for some padding beneath the knees. And once we are up on our hands and knees, we're going to start to stack and align all the joints. So shoulders are over the wrists, the hips are over the knees, the tops of the feet are pressing into the mat. And we're just going to take 2 breaths here in our table. So the spine and neck are long, the core is engaged. And again, just taking these next 2 breaths to connect. Notice the mat beneath the hands, the mat beneath the knees and the tops of the feet. Connecting with the center, the core, breathing in and out of the belly. And when it feels right for you, beginning to move here between our cat and our cow. So on your inhale, the belly drops toward the mat as the shoulders and hips come toward one another and we look up, opening the heart. On your exhale, press the mat away from you, round through the spine, looking down toward the knees. Flowing right back into our inhales, the belly drops. Heart and gaze lift. On your exhale, press the mat away from you, rounding through the spine. And then adding any other movement here that feels good to you, maybe through the hips, maybe even rolling the whole torso in a circle. Dropping the belly, moving from left to right, rounding the spine, right to left. So creating big giant circles here with the upper body. Whatever feels best to you, having connected with the body. What sort of movements are right for you in this moment? Beautiful. You're going to take one more full breath here. On your inhale, coming back into our tabletop. Hips are going to stay right where they are over the knees, but we'll walk the hands toward the top of the mat and allow the forehead to come all the way down to the mat for our puppy or heart-melting pose. Elbows and forearms can be lifted, or we can allow them to release onto the mat. And let your forehead rest on something. So if it isn't the mat, bring that block or that pillow, bolster over. Once the forehead is on something, take a moment to gently move the head side to side, giving the forehead a little massage. And then with every inhale, breathe into the spine, the side body. With every exhale, allow the heart to soften toward the mat, stretching through shoulders, upper back, and chest. Beautiful. Pressing into the palms of the hands. On your next exhale, we're going to walk them back underneath the shoulders. We're going to curl the toes under here. Take a nice big breath in, and on your exhale, hips press back and up, coming into your first downward dog of your practice. Connecting here, noticing how we feel in this posture, in this shape this morning. Does the body crave a little bit of movement? Do we need a little bit of a deeper knee bend today? Maybe another nod or shake through the head. Finding what movements, finding what gentle stretches feel right to you in this moment. Maybe it's stillness. Beautiful. If you are moving within your downward dog, taking a moment to pause here. Take one more nice big breath in as we press the heart toward the thighs. And on your exhale, look forward and step or hop the feet toward the top of your mat. Coming into your ragdoll, allowing your arms and your head to be heavy here. Take a moment to connect beneath the feet, all 4 points, shifting the weight forward, back, side to side. And then on your next exhale, sigh it out. Release here into your fold. Allow the weight to come forward into the toes. You can grab opposite elbows and sway. You can come back to that gentle nod or shake of the head. Beautiful. If we're holding on to anything, we're going to release, letting the arms and the head be heavy. Equal weight comes under both feet here, so all 4 points under each foot press down into the mat. On your next inhale, we're going to sweep the arms all the way up, reaching for the ceiling. Palms will come together overhead. We're going to clasp the hands, and we're going to exhale and bend to the left, coming into our reed posture. So both feet still press firmly into the mat. That left hand can come down to the hip for the more supported version of our reed posture, and we're breathing back in to the right side of the body. Everything rolls forward, upward for the ceiling, stacking through the shoulders, heart and gaze can lift. Beautiful. On your inhale, coming back to center, and on your exhale, bending to the right, ensuring that left foot is still firmly planted. Again, that right hand can come down to the hip for a little extra support, rolling up. Breathing here into the left side. Beautiful. On your inhale, coming back to center. We're going to separate through the hands, and this time on your exhale, you're going to twist to the left. So the right hand is going to reach for the front of the room, the left hand for the back of the room. Shoulder or arms come to shoulder height. We can keep that gaze at neutral, or we can look over that back shoulder. Equal weight continues beneath both feet. Beautiful. On your inhale, come back to center. Reach both hands up for the ceiling. And on your exhale, twisting to the right. This time, the left hand reaches for the front of the room. Right hand for the back. Arms at shoulder height, head at neutral. They're looking over that back shoulder. Breathing here into your twist. Beautiful. Inhale to come back to center. Reach back up for the ceiling. On your exhale, float forward. Forward fold. Lead with the heart. Inhale to lift halfway. A nice neutral spine. Exhale to soften back into your fold. Sweeping all the way up on our inhale, and then one more time all the way through, following your breath. Beautiful. Sweeping all the way up on our inhale. Palms will come to touch overhead, and we'll exhale the hands to heart center. Beautiful. From here, we're going to step back with our left foot first this morning, setting up our warrior two. So that back foot will be parallel to the back of your mat, and the front heel will walk over so that it is aligned with the arch of that back foot. We're going to soften into our front knee, ensuring it doesn't move past that ankle. Our bodies are nice and upright, open toward the long edge of our mat. Crown of the head lifts, shoulders drop away from the ears. Hands can stay at heart, they can come to our hips, or we can reach them out once again for the front and back of the room. Right fingertips for the front, left for the back. Looking over that front middle finger, and with every breath, connect. With every breath, release. So that could be softening physically into the posture. It could just be energetically releasing here. Using the breath to soften. Beautiful. On your next inhale, we're going to straighten the front leg, turn the front palm up, and reverse our warrior. So that left arm can rest, it can wrap. That right arm can be straight up for the ceiling, or we can reach it up and over for the back of the room, breathing again into that right side. Beautiful. When you're ready to exhale, soften back into that front knee. That right forearm will come all the way down onto the thigh. And we're going to reach up and over with that left arm coming into our extended side angle. Again, making sure that front body is nice and open. The hips are opening here. We're breathing to the bottom of that belly. Beautiful. On your inhale, we're going to come all the way back up, warrior two arms. On your exhale, hands are going to come down to the hips, and we're going to turn all 10 toes to face the long edge of your mat. Coming into our wide leg forward fold. So take a nice big breath in here to lift, to lengthen. On your exhale, hinging from that hip crease, begin that fold forward. Once we get to our neutral spine, release the hands, either coming down to the mat, to a block, some books, anything that will bring that mat up to us if needed. And then once the hands rest on something, release the crown of the head. Allow it to drip down toward the mat. Check in here, connect the feet with the legs. Do we need to shift? Do we need to adjust here? Do we want to add movement? Maybe a shifting side to side, bending one knee and then the other. When we're ready to come to stillness, allow the weight to move forward into the toes. Give the head a little nod or shake to release through the neck. And then breathe here, every breath again. Releasing physically, releasing energetically. Keeping that connection with our body. What can we do to shift, to adjust? To find that beautiful balance between effort and ease here in our fold. Beautiful. On your next inhale, we'll walk the hands back out toward the long edge of the mat, bringing the spine again to neutral. On your exhale, the hands will travel to the right, to the top of your mat. All 10 toes will face toward the top of your mat. Come up on those back toes, take a big breath in, and on your exhale, step the back foot forward, coming back into your ragdoll. Beautiful. Planting all 4 points under each foot into the mat. Slight bend through the knees here. On your next inhale, sweep all the way up. Reach for that ceiling. And on your exhale, sit down and back into your chair. Beautiful. Sit bones sink down toward the mat and back toward the wall behind you. Take a quick look. Can we see all 10 toes past the knees? Squeeze the inner thighs. Lift the heart. Hands and always come back together at heart. Weight is in the heels here. Breathe. Soften into your chair pose. Beautiful. Press into the feet on our inhale. We're going to reach all the way back up. Exhale to bring the palms together and back to the heart. Shift all the weight over into that left foot. Lift up that right heel. Connecting under that left foot, all 4 points. Beautiful. Transitioning into our tree posture. When you are ready on an inhale, we'll lift that right knee. On your exhale, open up the hip. And then on your inhale, decide where we're going to place that foot. Toes on the mat, heel pressing into the side of the leg. Or the sole of that right foot below or above the knee. Beautiful, fully connected here to the body, to our balance. Tall spine, deep breath, growing roots underneath that left foot, growing your branches if you choose, lifting the arms overhead. Beautiful. If arms are lifted, we'll exhale to bring the hands back together at heart center. The right knee toward the front of the room, and we'll lower that foot to the floor. Beautiful. Take a moment to lift that left foot, rotate through that left ankle, flex and point the toes, maybe some movements through the hips. Beautiful. And then we're going to do that whole sequence on the other side. So stepping back with our right foot, setting up our warrior two. So that back foot will be parallel to the back of your mat. The front heel walks over so it's as aligned as best as we can with the arch of that back foot. Soften into that front knee, open the hips, full upper body, align with the long edge of the mat. Hands can stay at hips, palms can come together at the heart, or we can reach left fingertips for the front of the mat, right fingertips for the back. Breathing here. Connecting, softening, settling into our warrior two on this side. Beautiful. On your inhale, straighten the front leg, turn the front palm up, and reverse that warrior. Right arm can rest, it can wrap. We can reach up and over with that left arm. Breathing here back into the left side of the body. Beautiful. On your exhale, soften back into that front knee. Left forearm is going to come to the left thigh, and we'll reach up and over with the right arm, coming into our extended side angle on this side. Breathing here, opening up front body, shoulders stacked, creating openness and space along that right side. Beautiful. Press into the soles of the feet on your inhale. Come all the way back up, warrior two arms. On your exhale, hands float to hips, and we'll turn all 10 toes back toward the long edge of your mat. Setting ourselves up for our second wide leg forward fold. So take a nice big breath in. Find our lift, find our leg. Hinging from that hip crease. Exhaling to neutral spine. Release the hands at neutral spine. Once the hands rest on something, release the head. Again, taking a moment to connect here. Do we want to add the movement back in, that shift side to side? Maybe a little movement through the head. Or are we looking for stillness here? Weight in toward toes. Every breath allowing for a little more relief, a little more softness. On your inhale, walk the hands back out to the long edge of the mat. Bring yourself to neutral spine, and then the hands will once again travel toward the top of your mat. All 10 toes turn to the top of the mat. Come up on those back toes. Take a big breath in, and on your exhale, step that back foot forward, back into your ragdoll. Couple breaths here. Sighing out if that feels good to you. Beautiful. Equal weight comes under both feet here. Slight bend in those knees on your next inhale. Sweep all the way up. On your exhale, sit down and back into your chair. Again, maybe we're sinking a little deeper into that chair. Heart and gaze are still lifted. Again, hands can come to palms here, or palms can come together here at the heart. Breathing here, softening into that chair. Beautiful. Inhale to stand all the way back up. Reach the hands for the ceiling. Palms will touch, and we'll exhale the hands to heart center. Bring all the weight over into that right foot, lifting up that left heel. Getting set for tree on the other side. So connect beneath that right foot. Growing tall, shoulders drop away from those ears. When you are ready, inhaling, left knee. Exhaling to open the hip, and then decide here where you want to place the sole of that left foot. Above or below the knee. Maybe that little kickstand It may look a little different on this side than the first side, and that's okay. Again, we're connecting, we're moving into the expression of the posture where we can find that beautiful balance. That melding between effort and ease. Where the breath continues its gentle ebb and flow in and out of the belly. Heart's lifted. Growing those branches, lifting those arms if you choose. Beautiful. If arms are lifted, we'll exhale the hands back together at the heart. We'll bring that left knee forward. Lower that foot to the floor. Pick up that right foot. You can rotate or flex and point through that right ankle. Maybe we want to give the hips a little movement here or pedaling out through the legs. Beautiful. And then we're going to move through 2 more of our half sun salutations. So when you're ready to inhale next, arms will sweep all the way up. On your exhale, float forward, lead with the heart, forward fold. Inhaling to lift halfway. Exhaling to soften back into your fold. Sweep all the way up on that inhale, lengthen, reach for the ceiling. And one more time all the way through, following your breath. Beautiful. Sweep all the way up on the inhale. When you're ready to exhale, we're going to float forward. Bend through the knees so that we can plant the hands. Step the feet back to your downward dog. One complete breath here. On your next inhale, shift forward into your plank. And on your exhale, lowering down, we can drop the knees to the mat, belly all the way down to the floor. Beautiful. Once we're here, tops of those feet are going to flip over so that they're pressing into the mat. We're going to slide the elbows forward so that they're coming directly underneath the shoulders here, coming into our Sphinx posture. So already we have a slight back bend here. Let's spread the fingers nice and wide. Those middle fingers point toward the top of the mat. Grip into the hands to lift the heart up and through the shoulders. Press the tops of the feet into the mat, so you may even notice the legs lift from the mat. Press the pelvis down into the mat. Breathe here. When you're ready to exhale next, we're going to make a little pillow with the hands, so swing the elbows out to the side, turn the head in one direction, and we'll bring that left knee up and out to the side for fallen tree. Allow the pelvis to soften toward the mat, hips to square toward the mat. Continuing to breathe into the belly here, so we may even feel the belly press into the mat. Let the entire front body soften and melt into the mat. Beautiful. On your exhale, we'll straighten that that left leg back out onto the mat. Tops of the feet again. We'll turn over and press into the mat this time. We'll slide the hands underneath the shoulders. Those elbows tuck in toward the body. The shoulders drop away from the ears. Again, pressing into the tops of the feet to give us a little lift, a little leverage. And on your next inhale, lifting the heart and the gaze up into baby cobra. Beautiful. Breathe here. Awesome. On your exhale, soften back down. Make that little pillow with the hands once again. Turn your head in the opposite direction. Bring that right knee out to the side for fallen tree here on this side. Again, allow the entire front body to soften toward the mat. We can use that audible exhale to release. Let go here. Beautiful. Straightening through that right leg. We're going to bring the arms down by the sides. This time the palms face the body, and we're going to move into our locust posture. So on our inhale, everything is going to lift. So bring those big toes together behind you, and on your next inhale, lift the legs, the feet, the arms, the heart, and the gaze. Beautiful. Floating here. Awesome. One last breath. Lift here. Exhale. Soften down. Slide the hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to press into the palms to lift ourselves up and back, settling toward the sit bones in child's pose. So choosing here whether we want those knees together or spread wide. Arms can rest on the mat here or wrap around the body. Again, bring the forehead down to something. So if it's not the mat, maybe that's that little pillow with our hands again, or maybe our fist. Maybe it's that pillow or the block. Take a moment to move the head side to side. Give that forehead, that third eye, another little massage. And breathe here into the back body. Settling the sit bones toward the heels. Beautiful. Sliding the hands back under the shoulders. We'll press into the palms once again. This time to lift ourselves upright onto the heels. And once there, we're going to roll over onto one hip and sweep the feet and the legs out in front of us. We're going to want to bring ourselves toward the top of our mat, because we're going to lower our way down onto our backs. So bringing the soles of the feet to the mat with the knees bent. We're going to take a nice big breath in here to find our lift and our length, and then take your full exhale, that core engaged, to roll your way down onto your back. Beautiful. fully supported on your mat, what will feel good to you here? Is it a nice full body stretch? Is it maybe bringing the knees into the chest for a nice big hug? That hugging connection, that little rock side to side, giving the back, low back, the spine a nice little massage. Beautiful. And then we're going to bring the soles of the feet down to the mat. You're going to take your left ankle and bring it across on that right knee, coming into our reclined pigeon posture. So letting that left knee fall toward the top of your mat, opening up once again through hips, the inner thigh, the groin. You can stay right here, making sure that left foot is flexed. If you choose, you can lift the right foot off the mat, clasping the hands behind that right leg, and gently, breath by breath, pulling that right knee in toward the body, ensuring that both feet are flexed here. And then our very last option is to straighten that right leg, pressing the right heel up toward the ceiling. And again, ever so gently bringing that right leg in toward the body. You can use that left elbow to press against that left leg, ensuring that the knee is still moving toward the top of the mat. Breathing here. You can rotate again through that right ankle, flex or point that foot. Staying connected here. What is it that you need in this moment of your practice? On your exhale, we'll bring that right foot back down to the mat, and then we're just going to cross the legs like you're sitting in a chair. So the left knee is right above that right knee. We're going to reach the arms out to the sides, and then on your exhale, we're just going to drop those legs over to the right side of our mat, coming into our twist. If it's not comfortable for you to have the legs crossed, by all means, just stack or stagger the legs. Moving into our supine twist here on this side. So option to keep the head at neutral, or we can look away from the knees to the left. So find a way to lie that is most comfortable for you in this twist. Every breath, again, release, letting go a tiny bit more. Beautiful. On your inhale, bring the head back to center. Bring the knees back to center, uncrossing if the legs are crossed. Beautiful. And then we're going to bring that right ankle up on top of that left knee. Allow the right knee to fall toward the top of your mat, opening up right hip, inner thigh, and groin. See how we feel here on this side. Is this where we want to stay today? Or do we want to lift that left foot up, clasping behind that left leg, keeping both feet flexed here. Decide whether we want to keep that left shin parallel to the mat or whether we want to extend the left leg, reaching that heel for the ceiling. Take a moment in either expression to rotate out through that ankle, flex and point those toes. Again, that right knee is continually pressing toward the top of the mat here, opening up that right side. On your exhale, we're going to bring that left foot back down to the mat. Again, crossing the legs here. So crossing that right knee over the left. Extending the arms out to the sides, reaching for opposite sides of the room. Take a big breath in here. And then on your exhale, both knees fall over to the left. Again, if it isn't comfortable with the legs crossed, feel free to stack the knees, to stagger the legs. Head can remain at neutral, or we can look over to the right side of the mat. Breath, allowing for surrender, allowing for release. Beautiful, bringing the head and the knees back to center, uncrossing the legs if they're crossed. And then inviting any gentle, mindful movement or stretch to the body that feels good to you to close out your practice. Knees to chest, maybe a full body stretch, maybe it's a happy baby. What would feel good to you right at this moment? And when ready, grabbing whatever you may need for Shavasana. Lying back on our mats, extending the legs out, allowing the arms to rest by the sides with the palms face up. Maybe grabbing that blanket or that sweater for warmth. And once we are comfortably lying back on our mats, the body go. The work is done. relax here on our mat. Continuing to connect with the body, bring your awareness back to that part or that system within your body that you were most thankful for at the beginning of our practice. Then take a moment to thank yourself for showing up to practice today. We're taking this time out for you on your mat to breathe, to move. Now taking these last moments of your practice to rest, to replenish, to breathe, and to just be. Honor your connection to your body. Our bodies are matter, the physical form we have assumed. They are infused with our energy, our soul. My awareness of the body-mind-soul connection came slowly over many years. I had spent many years denying I had a body, denying its importance. I felt disconnected from it, as though it were something apart from me, a burden I had to carry around and live with. Then I began to see the connection between my emotions, the aches and the pains, and sometimes illnesses my body was experiencing. If I didn't feel the feeling, listen to myself, my body would pound out the pain until it was heard that way. Energy needs to be discharged somewhere. If it isn't discharged, the body will absorb and feel it as pain. I began to see the connection between changes in my life and changes in my body, the way the earth marks changing seasons and cycles. I began to get massages, exercise, and slowly trust the wisdom of my body. I became connected to my body. Yes, I was a soul. Yes, I had a heart, emotions, thought. But to live on the physical plane of earth, we need a body. Our body is part of us. It is us. It holds the scars of our life to date, the stories of our life so far. It contains the wisdom and energy of what we need today and tomorrow. Honor your connection to your body. Honor and value your body's wisdom. It can tell you many things about your life, your growth, your past, and your path. Listen to your body, and it will speak openly and lovingly to you. the ebb and the flow between your in-breath and your out-breath. Back to the body by making those small movements to start, the wiggling of fingers, the wiggling of toes. Gradually making those movements a bit larger, rotating through ankles and wrists. Finally, inviting any gentle, mindful movement or stretch to the body that feels right to you. When you are ready, gently rolling over onto one side. Using your hands and your arms to lift your way back up to sitting. We'll bring the palms of our hands together at heart center. Bow to and honor the bright light in each one of you, which is the same light in me. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me today, for coming to your mat and connecting not only with your body, but with all of us practicing together. I hope you have a beautiful day today. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you back on your mats very soon. Bye, everyone.